taking a proactive versus reactive approach. You know, how does the MSP help companies work when they're remote? Is break fix or proactive kind of more their jam? You know, what I think is important is you're talking to your current MSP or you're talking to new MSPs, you know, ask them, right? Are you proactively doing things, or are you waiting for something to break? The right solution that you want to hear is it's a little bit of both, right? So the focus is, yes, we absolutely are trying to be proactive. We want to secure the environment. We want to document the systems in a way that allows us to quickly fix issues. We want to make sure that we're bringing potential problems to the forefront before they become problems and helping to allocate budget to get those things resolved. 100%, you know, doing the prevention thing. When something breaks, we're available to help fix it. And when something breaks, this is what's included in your contract and this is what's not. And then, you know, are they capable of helping people that are working remotely? Are they capable of being able to help work when they're remote, right? So the MSP is like, yeah, we really don't have a remote service desk. We have to send somebody on site. So, you know, if nobody's available, we won't be able to get to your problem till maybe 2 or 3 days. I know that there is a certain level of quality feeling by having a technician show up and personally sit down and get onto your computer. I can tell you that that is not as necessary as it used to be in order to diagnose and solve problems. I would say that 90% of most technology problems can be resolved from the other side of the country through a remote session. And that's really just because if you have good tools, and you have good documentation, and you have solid processes, it's always a lot faster to submit a ticket and have somebody remote into your computer and try to solve your problem that way, and then dispatch if necessary. And that's not to say that there aren't problems that will absolutely require an on-site person. But for employees to wait to get support in order to do their job, hours for somebody to dispatch, or to hold on to their problems for days until the on-site person shows up, is doing most businesses a disservice when it comes to productivity and what they're paying for in that service delivery. And we strongly recommend working through what the proactive solutions look like, what the reactive solutions look like, and what you're paying for in order to get those sort of SLAs in order to get problems resolved. We really, really encourage our potential clients and folks that are out there just talking to their current MSPs to have that conversation. What does that look like? How quickly are you going to try to get to my problem? Nobody can guarantee when it'll be resolved. We'd be clear about that. But they should be able to guarantee when they will be able to begin addressing your problem. And a lot of the times, if they don't have a solid, robust documentation solution that provides a good, solid remote service desk solution, and there's a lot of dispatch on site, that might put your company in a position to have to wait for support. And we encourage our clients to try to use the service desk when necessary, right? And to really use that as the first step, and then fall back to that on-site support person so that you're getting the full depth and breadth of the entire process when it comes to working with an MSP.
One thing I've seen through the years is, and then it'll always stick out to me, is I was working with the outgoing MSP. We were taking over an account, or something like that was happening. And I asked, okay, do we pull your tool set off of these computers, your remote access tool set? And they're like, no, we don't have that. I'm like, well, how do you help people? Well, we go on site for everything. They call us and say, I have a problem. And I said, you have enough staff to go on site basically at a whim? Or, when he's like, no, we don't. Normally it takes a couple weeks. And so that always stuck out to me as something that, if that sounds like something your MSP says to you consistently, or that's what they've sold you, you may really want to look at an MSP that has a more mature solution.
And they may have that more mature solution. You just don't know it, right? Because, maybe they don't have great, strategic account management. Maybe you're on autopilot with them, right? Maybe, they just, you're not loud enough for it to make a difference, but maybe you've decided you want to have that conversation, like reach out, right? See what they offer.